What is up, guys? It is Storm back here with another video, and in this one I am bringing you a Rimuru story that I have been writing myself, that I've been uploading for the past month and a half, and this is technically part 6, so if you want to see the first 5 parts, those will be linked down below. But before the video begins, if you like the content you're seeing, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. I mean, they're all free, so why not? If you want some dope channel merch, the link to that will be down in the description below. And if you want to see more of me, go check out my other channels and go follow me on Twitter and Instagram, which will all be linked down below. But without further ado, why don't we just dive right on in. Everyone who got in Rimuru's way was no more. The armed nation of Dwargon, the kingdom of Falmouth, Demon Lord Carrion, and Demon Lord Clayman. All fools who hurt and wronged him. And for that, Rimuru ended them like the peasants they were. After all, they took everything from him, so why not take everything from them? The next piece of filth on Rimuru's list was Demon Lord Milim, his old buddy. Rimuru had been taken over by the darkness, and he didn't care what he did or who got in his way. If something was in the way of his goal, he would utterly annihilate it now, be that a thing or a person. And right now, Rimuru's only objective was to kill Milim. However, she was on an entirely different level than anyone he had ever fought against. With everything Rimuru had absorbed, which would make him stronger, he felt that he could take on Milim, kill her, and if he absorbed her, then Rimuru would have unfathomable power, and no one would be able to stop him. Rimuru laughed darkly, and as a result of all the death and destruction he had been through, this laugh was more twisted and sadistic. Rimuru had become a dark shell of the person he used to be. He had no one now. They were all gone, and he had killed pretty much everyone involved. Once he was done with Milim, he would then decimate this world and every being on it. As Rimuru was flying through the air, that's when he saw something flying directly towards him. It was moving way too fast for him to see what it was, and before he knew what happened, the flying object smashed into him, causing Rimuru to go flying into a mountainside. Rimuru got up from the rubble and dusted himself off. He looked up to see what crashed into him, and it was none other than Demon Lord Milim herself. So, you've finally shown yourself, Milim. It's time for you, along with the rest of this god-forsaken world, to die, Rimuru told her. Milim glared at Rimuru and responded, I'm sorry about what happened to your people, but even as a new demon lord, that doesn't give you the right to eradicate entire populations into nothing. Innocent ones, at that. Rimuru laughed. Like you're one to talk. I thought you were my friend, but I guess I was wrong. I don't have any friends or family. They're all dead. I don't have anyone. Rimuru looked down as if sad, and Milim felt a bit sorry for him, but that was when he lifted his head, and that dark twisted smile returned. Rimuru began to speak. But you know what? Maybe them dying was a good thing. I mean, look at how powerful I've become. And once I kill you and absorb you, I'll be unstoppable. A tear ran down Milim's eye as the friend she once knew was gone, and the thing that remained was nothing but an insane, sadistic, evil monster that needed to be eradicated for the betterment of the world. Milim spoke. I'm not going to let you do any of that, Rimuru. Then why don't you try and stop me? Rimuru yelled. With those words, the two opposing demon lords launched towards one another. Rimuru from the destroyed mountainside, and Milim from the sky. The two eventually reached one another and their fists clashed, causing a massive sonic boom, but neither hesitated, and both went in for a flurry of attacks. Milim blocking Rimuru's punches and kicks while Rimuru was doing the same. They were evenly matched. This went on for an undetermined amount of time and neither was backing down. The intensity and power of the attacks continued to increase until Rimuru concentrated his dark aura into his right fist and punched Milim in the gut, and then kicked her into the ground, causing a massive crater. Rimuru followed that up with a massive barrage of energy beams that collided with Milim and exploded on impact. Rimuru smiled. until he saw the dust begin to clear, and that was when Milim appeared, but she was different. She had transformed. This transformation increased Milim's power immensely and put her on an entirely different level. She disappeared and then reappeared in front of Rimuru before he could even react. She grabbed his face with her hand and flew to the ground in an instant, causing a huge crater in the ground. She then picked up Rimuru by the face once more and buried his head in the ground, and started to fly at an unimaginable speed while Rimuru's head was still being dragged through the ground. All the while, Rimuru could do nothing against Milim. Milim followed this up by then tossing Rimuru miles away, and flying in the direction he was tossed in. Rimuru crashed into a village. That was when Rimuru slowly picked himself up and looked at Milim, who arrived on the scene. "You can't stop me. If I can absorb, my strength knows no limits." That's when Rimuru absorbed every living thing in the village, increasing his power a bit, and to top it off, he unleashed all of his dark aura that he had bottled up. And now, Rimuru was going 100% full power. The two Demon Lord powerhouses stared each other down, and in a split second rushed towards one another, engaging in a hand-to-hand battle like earlier, but this time on a scale that couldn't even be comprehended or compared to earlier. Their attacks and blocks were causing shockwaves that resulted in the wind increasing, rain starting to drop, and earthquakes beginning to occur. Rimuru's and Milim's fight was causing devastation all around them, and was completely destroying the environment into nothing but a wasteland. That was when Rimuru smiled, as he grabbed a hold of Milim by the neck, and began to absorb her power little by little. Milim began to feel her power draining, and she felt herself getting weaker by the second. It was only a matter of time until she was sapped dry. Rimuru smiled. "No one can stop me. Not the humans, the Demon Lords, and even you. I am Rimuru Tempest. I'm practically God." Before Rimuru was about to completely sap Milim dry of her power, Rimuru heard a voice. "Rimuru, what have you done?" Rimuru looked around while still holding Milim by the neck to see who was talking. Who's there?" Rimuru asked, slightly afraid. "It's your friend, Veldora Tempest." Veldora? Is that really you? How?" Rimuru asked, taken aback. "It is time I be released from you, and it's my duty to stop you." That was when a bright light appeared from Rimuru, and everything went dark. Rimuru opened his eyes a few seconds later and saw a strange man helping up a weakened Milim. Veldora? Rimuru asked in shock at his human form. That was when Rimuru remembered what Veldora said. "You're going to stop me," Rimuru spoke. Veldora responded. "It's time someone put an end to your destruction, Rimuru. No one stops me, no one, 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 no one!" Rimuru yelled repeatedly. Veldora and Milim looked in shock, as Rimuru fell into the depths of darkness and insanity. "If you think you can stop me, then give it your best shot. I'll kill every last life form on this fucking world," Rimuru told them. Veldora spoke. "If that's what it takes, I will save this world from you, Rimuru Tempest, my first friend." "You aren't powerful enough to stop me," Rimuru responded. "You trust your abilities too much. That's why I have help," Veldora told him. With those words, Veldora Tempest, the Storm Dragon, and Demon Lord Milim prepare to take on the world's biggest threat, an insane, evil Rimuru Tempest. 愛してる